Okay, welcome back, people. This is Nephilim versus Giants Part 5, where we will talk about, in this part of the segment of the series, we will talk about the origin of races and where these answers came from. Okay, so I'm going to read to you from where I found these answers and how you can find them as well. Origin of races. First written December 3rd, 2001, revised December 30th, 2006. The following article on the origin of races is taken from the book Keeper of the Celtic Secrets by Betty Rhodes, red, yellow, black, white, and brown, regarding the various races of humanity, ranging from velvety black skinned people to the lily white skinned peoples, and with hair coloring and consistency ranging from coarse, thick, curly hair and black to the finest light blonde shades of thin, straight hair. And the shades range of facial features such as the shape and size of lips, eyes, noses, and heads. Not to take the wisdom of Solomon to see that there had to be at least 4 distinct origins to the major races of people on the planet. It is to the origin of each of these races where the dilemma and controversy exists. Some folks just do not care, and some folks assume that God merely made many races of people for variety and let it go at that. However, there are the answers to everything, and then there are scholars who know why there are various races of humankind, and so far none has dared come forward with the scientific facts, fearing justifiably the loss of public funding. So we're talking about money here, people, that they really need money to do research with, okay? And that's the reason, one of the reasons why it hasn't been scientifically found out. During the early years when the political correctness was first being orchestrated, 1950 through 1970, the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Culture Organization, called UNESCO, made a series of official statements regarding the race controversy. In these statements, UNESCO put forth a goal of eliminating racism around the world by declaring race clarification unfounded and damaging to society. In other words, being politically correct at all costs, or originated with the organization known as the UNESCO, and that so much as declared that scientific facts were to be kept hidden from the general public. Ooh, secrets, people. Finally, from the Keeper of Celtic Secrets, knowledge about the origin of the major races who call the earth home is being shared with others. You must keep an open mind. Stay out of your cave now, or you won't be able to grasp the wisdom being presented here. Yes, Virginia, there really is ETs, okay, extraterrestrials, blah blah blah. About, I don't want to really know about extraterrestrials, but it is in here in this hypothesis. Who do you think provided the wisdom to build the pyramids, give us mathematical equations, scientific and astronomy as per old journals containing knowledge from ancient Ireland, and origin of races as follows. The Caucasians or Cascoid, or the white races, descend from Anomkai, including the Elohim Godhead, and yes, the ancient Israelites are actually descendants of Elohim, royal family. Okay, so that is not including Asians, the yellow-skinned ones, okay, that I was talking about earlier. Part 2, African Negroid, the black races, descend from the evolved Homo sapiens and the hybrid created Adams. They are Eves. They are from Eve. 3. Asiatic or Mongoloid, the so-called yellow-skinned people, descend from the Nephilim or Nephilim, the ousted royal party of Hebrew. Notice I say Hebrew, not Nibru. Hebrew. Are you still with me here? The Nephilim giants were the reigning godhead until the Elohim family ousted them, casting them to the earth. 4. Indigenous or native peoples of the land, the brown or red races, descend from the evolved Homo sapiens and the Anukai. Some not authorized by the Elohim, but boys will be boys, and they made a good working stock of slaves. These people were the Adams. Okay, not Eves, but Adams. Okay, and then it goes to A. The original evolved creatures of the earth, first known as Homo erectus, who evolved to Homo sapiens, i.e. the Neanderthal. Eventually, this species became extinct due to the Ice Age, the Great Flood, famines, diseases, natural disasters, etc. This race was black-skinned with coarse black hair, large features, and type ORH negative positive blood. Okay, and that's where we get into the RH factor, but that is a different subject here. B. The original created hybrid Adams, the father of all brown-skinned, red-skinned, igneous native peoples of the world. The Adams were one half Anunnaki and one half Earth-evolved people. Descendants of Adams inhabited all continents and islands of the world. Note, the Adams were lighter skin tones than the hybrids known as the woman, Eve. The Adams and the Eves all naturally have RH positive blood connecting them to the earth. The original created Eves, the first hybrid woman. This is part C. The original created Eve, the first hybrid woman, was the mother of all black-skinned peoples of Africa. The Eves, aka the woman's, is made up of one half Adam's DNA and one half Neanderthal, making her 1/4 Anunnaki, less black than the original Homo sapiens, but nevertheless black-skinned. Eve's bloodline was created to preserve the race of natural Earth evolved creatures who were becoming extinct. All black-skinned races of Africa are from Eve. Part D. The Nephilim, a race, once lived and reigned politically on the planet Hebrew, but were eventually ousted and sent to earth. These are the fallen angels, the fallen ones. They were the fallen giants in biblical accounts, as well as in the St. John family journals. The Nephilim make up the Mongoloid and Asiatic peoples of the world, and originally had type B blood, Rh negative, not of this earth. Part E. The Nephilim royal godhead. The descendants became the 13 tribes of Israel, i.e. the multitudes of Hebrew people, a white race descending primarily from El and his brother Enkith or Ankai's bloodline. The bloodline of the Israelites makes up the multitudes of Celtic, Irish, Scottish, Welsh, Anglo-Saxon, true Jews who aren't from the brown races, and most Western white races. Note, the genetics of this group is possibly the same as F below, and when I get to F I'll explain that, as both groups descend from the Anakai race, and E represents the Godhead, i.e. the reigning royal family. The original blood type of these descendants was Rh negative, not of the earth. Science today has no explanation as to the Rh negative factor where it originates. Well, it originates with the Nephilim family godhead. The royal godhead were not permitted to marry and bear children to any other than their own blood type. This is also the reason that the Israelites were held for 40 years in the Sinai, like Mount Sinai, giving them time to cleanse their bloodline by marrying only within their own race. Now, I'm going to continue on part 6 of Nephilim versus Giants, and I am done with part E, so when I come back I will continue on part F on the touchy subject of origin of races. Yay.